Hey everybody, welcome back once again to the Apex Spark Series Season 4. I am Porosaurus, he is Loopy, and we are 3 games in, and NRT is putting on a show once again. I mean, look, RIT did it earlier. They got the 25 kill win, so 37 points. NRT said, we can do that too. There you go. They get it. Scarlet Hawks, Cybears, and SSU rounding out the top 4 with the double digits. And really from that point on, it was just get whatever you can, man.
Yeah, absolutely. With NRT and Scarlet Hawks pretty much taking down over half of the lobby by themselves, it's really hard for some of those other really good teams, like Scion and Grizz Silver to pick up kill points, So when they're caught between a rock and a NRT, there's not much that they can do. Let's hope maybe this fourth game, some of these teams that are, super talented and have posted wins in KP before, maybe they can step up and get into this position of winning.
Yeah, at least provide something other than a speed bump for NRT to run over on its way to domination yet again. I mean, you look at even SSU. I mean, they finished in second place with only 1 kill. It's just not much you can do. I mean, it was kind of a weird ending spot with everybody kind of on top of each other. A lot of good cover. Really kind of an easier place to bunker down, but nobody was really bunkering down as much. As we check the overall leaderboards for today, NRT 86 points already, and they are looking good to repeat their day 1 performance where they got 115.
Yeah, they look like they're about on track. Scarlet Hawks behind with 54 points, but this fourth game, if you do a little denial of NRT, then the scores start to even out a little bit. And if a team were to, contest NRT or to put NRT out of place, this game, then the rest of the lobby's got some chance to make up some points.
Yeah, Scarlet Hawks is having a really, really good day for themselves. Unfortunately for them, it's just kind of overshadowed by what NRT's been pulling out. So here we go. Flying into game number 4. We'll see what NRT is able to do this time, as it looks like they might have some company on the drop there down by Thermal Station.
Yeah, I got one team that looks like they're heading over to the train station on the edge of Thermal, and I think Calfun knows, though, so he's not too worried. Oh, I see another team that's up there on those houses just a little bit north of it. Okay.
Yeah, looks like they did a little good scouting on their way down, keeping an eye on those drop spots, and they're just going to pull away for the time being, get their loot on. As we check in with Kaiser Blue. They had not too shabby of a day so far. Kind of keep ending up towards the center of the leaderboard, but unfortunately the center of the leaderboard is like 1 point, 2 points, 3 points everywhere. It's kind of rough sledding for everybody that's having to deal with these point gobblers in this lobby.
Yeah, it's like a vacuum for points, and these teams with 1-2 kills each match, they're just getting snagged from them, and unfortunately, NRT is putting on a show, and so these teams maybe are gonna get a little engagement right now, try and get some KP early for themselves without going down.
Bruins B and Grizz Maroon. Let me trading back and forth right now, and oh my goodness.
Nice
Belly
down.
Bish saving the day here as Beefy Boy does get knocked, but now Jay is going to go down as well. It's a 2-2 trade. Belly Bish going to try to come in here and see if he can maybe finish this off before going for the res. The reload comes through, the win comes through, gets the res, and Bruins B will survive the early encounter here. They're already back into another one.
Yeah, I can't tell if that was another Bruins that rolling up on a Bruins.
Yeah, I thought it was Bruins B that they were fighting. There's like 3 teams up here, I guess. As Looks like Bruins B is actually the third party here. I'm not sure who it was that went out first there, but you can see they pick it up. They come in at the
UNT.
perfect time.
Yeah, I think that was a UNT that they took down a Montana.
I apologize for that, chat. Got a little bit confusing there for a minute. We had 3 teams all on top of each other. It looks like Bruins B still on the hunt here, as they have spotted out one more. They want to come here and finish their plate. They can then move on for dessert. But it looks like they may have lost him. Oh, caustic gas. Do a little bit of damage, but they do find... Actually, no, they're free and clear, it looks like. Okay, so Refinery now is where we are going to go, where UA Crimson is going to find themselves tangled up here.
Well, it looks like he threw his ultimate gas right down onto that replicator, hoping to catch him without a shield, but came up the stairs faster than he anticipated.
Well, maybe relying a little bit too much on his traps there.
Absolutely.
Get things done. As the shots are going to come through. Ronan going to get taken low. It's not going to be enough to get the down. Ronan will pull off and reposition for the time being, but they just keep running into each other. It's down to Dummy Slick and Yachuk. Slick gonna get knocked low. It's like we're going for the res here. This is very dangerous stuff from Crimson, but they might get away with it. Almost do. Down trade comes right back, and the push is on. They will finish their dinner. SSU picking up 3.
Always risky going for that, but it looks like a team, is landing right on top of them.
Well, the dinner bell has been rung.
Countdown timer has begun. This is Grizz Silver looking at him.
SSU better get healed up a little bit quicker here as they finish up their looting process. Grizz Silver looking around, seeing what they can see, and they're going to spot them using that drone. You now know exactly where they are, and here comes the push.
Beautiful shot. Good execution with the crypto drone, taking the shields down and finishing with the fuse burst.
Nice push here as Yachuk gets taken out just as quickly. It's going to be one left up, and I believe, is that one left up or is that everybody? No, that's everybody.
Yeah, I think they just took him down. Yeah, that was quick, and I don't think they really took too much damage either, so.
Yeah, that's about as clean an execution on a push as you like there.
Absolutely.
Checking in on our other team up to the north. Let's see them looting around here. Morning Glory, Aspect, and Solomon. Meanwhile, Davenport off to the west of our circle for the time being. Looks like they're just completing their looting process. They look pretty good so far, though. All purpled up. Finding a few more throwable utility.
Yeah, things are looking to be on their side with the ring just right on top of them. They've got the edge. Holding this train station is actually not too bad, and being able to get up into these top train cars gives you a good height advantage while also being slightly difficult for the other teams or anyone pushing in to hop up there with you. And if you play defense pretty well, you can trap it up. So I think they've got a really good position here. Maybe they can catch a few teams rotating in on this ring as it comes in.
Yeah, a little casual flyby there. They may have some company coming from the south. Yeah,
down in the tunnels.
For now, they should be pretty safe. Check in with SJSU. Using those buildings on the lookout. Look like they've spotted anything just yet. And we've kind of entered that period of calm in the mid-game.
The calm before the storm.
Copy that.
Indeed, and there's the storm. The enemy has been spotted. Wiki going to be the one to spot them out, take a few shots as they cross in the open field. In the land, though. Long-range engagement to start things off.
Absolutely
serious.
loving
just
those shots.
Yeah, it's more information gathering, right?
Mm-hmm. That's the best part about having a Bloodhound on your team is you may be able to hear people before you see them, but with Bloodhound, now you can see them, hear them, and know exactly where they're going to go for a couple of seconds.
Everything you could ever... Okay. Kraber right to the face there. Is that Russian boy. We'll get traded back a little bit, but he's going to do just as much damage as he received. We check back in with NRT. See what they're up to, coming from the south.
Yeah, I think Escape was the one who actually took that Kraber to the face. So we'll see how he takes it. Looks like NRT is really wanting to move in here or find a good way to poke and prod this team out from where they are. Or they may be just trying to play the final ring. I'm just waiting to see what Styx decides to do here.
It seems like NRT's fight selection is... you see what the points that they're able to produce and the stuff that they're able to do, and it feels like they just take every single fight, whatever. They just rely on sheer mechanics. But no, I mean, you can tell that they there's some thought that goes into how they approach these fights and when they want to pull off. And you can see they're slowly making their way in now as they continue to get shot at from the high ground.
You know, those pano views, really, thanks a lot, observers. These are doing some excellent work today.
That's awesome. Love it. Now if we could just see who people are shooting at, that would be right. I would be so happy. See Raul and that Russian boy also making their way on the south. So the south side of this next circle getting a lot of love right now. But that being said, the buildings make it so that everybody can kind of share for the time being. Looks like we have a reposition here coming out from Scarlet Hawks fighting on the edge. Spotted somebody out trying to go for the push. Gonna land a few in there. That's nice. Breaks the shield. Get back in and ooh, okay. It's gonna be a good thermite there.
Yeah, definitely pushing Scarlet Hawks back, and you kind of have to wonder. The team that was just in that position that Scarlet Hawks was trying to take was NRT, and I do believe it is NRT. So we have the two top teams trading and shooting, and I think they kind of know what's going on. It's them versus each other right now.
We'll see how they decide to push in on this. It looks like NRT is still interested. Would still like to get involved. A few shots coming out for right now, but it's going to be from range. Scarlet Hawks, I think, realizing that the position that they were in probably not as favorable. This one a little bit more easy to defend here on the edge. They have now lost vision of NRT. NRT going in with the quick reposition as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a fun little poke and prod we have going on right here. I really want to see who's going to be the victor in the two titans of the lobby.
NRT being the proactive one right now, and you can see them constantly just circling around. This is Scarlet Hawks doing a little tower defense. We'll see where this next circle decides to take us, and if it's going to end up forcing an engagement. Nope, not going to do it. They actually both get to share the circle. But meanwhile, JJAs are involved. See Sigma like trying to move around, trying to reposition. They're going to spot him out. The wingman shots not coming out just yet. Now they are. Only a couple right off the bat, but they do have to be careful. Ooh. You can see white shields on both Ricky Tikki and Sigma.
Yeah, I think they tried to do a Revenant push with his Death Totem and just didn't work out for them. The team that they're fighting against is sharing high ground with them, so they got to cross a deep divide to get up there to fight them, and then just didn't pan out. But the team that they were fighting, DU, seems to be in a pinch right now, so they're trying to get out of there and get good position.
Just trading shots at the beginning. Nobody really wanting to fully commit. to a hard push. NRT, you can see, looks like they did get involved in a fight. Take some damage right off the bat, and that's going to be some good shots coming out of Calphon. We'll get him low, but won't get the down. We'll have to pull back, get his shields back up. You can see that high ground working out to the advantage of NRT right now. And I believe if that's still Scarlet Hawks on the low ground, they are trying to get a nice little wrap going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure if NRT spotted it out either.
Ooh.
Should know now that R99 will be doing work here for Calphon. He's going to find one down. Can he get the second one? Going to be going over to Escape. Looks like they're going to go for the final player here. Calphon just pulling off. I think they wiped that squad. They're going to maintain this high ground position, get their shields back up to full, and okay, they see somebody else coming.
They're just in and out so fast. It's just so hard, even for me, to just think about just what would I do in a situation when I have those three coming at me.
It's definitely some rough stuff. Davenport going to be the next Huckleberry here for NRT. So far, so good for the boys in first. Sticks will have to reposition off of that as he got knocked extremely low.
Ooh.
And that's going to be a nice little shot. I don't know, actually, that was the blue or the yellow really that knocked him out there. So
yeah, he took a quick phase and actually didn't realize that he was next to the ring. So I think when he came out of that, he realized that with 0 health, he's already in the ring. So the ring took care of him for him.
Yeah, a little bit of a misplay there coming out from NRT. Davenport, you can see they're just waiting. But it looks like they'll be waiting for a long time because I think NRT managed to reposition down to the south here, unbeknownst to the Davenport gang. Looks like they've now spotted him out. A few shots come through. And it's now Davenport with this high ground location, but they will have to move for this next ring.
Yeah, absolutely. And probably the sooner the better because NRT is still down 1 is a contest, you know, so and if anything, they've got nothing to lose, you know. Right now they still obviously want to get a win, but with 2 down, I don't see NRT playing safe still. I think that they're going to play just as usual.
Well, they're immediately pushing into the gunshots that they just heard. As you see, JJA's down to just Ricky Ticky as the other 2 have been knocked. Wanted to try to go for the revive maybe, but it's not going to happen. And Ricky's just going to have to bail on out of this. Trying to survive for now.
Outgunned, no shields, just really, really running on low resources. He's got to come up with something really quick before he's done for. And as we speak,
that's going to do it.
Davenport cleans them up.
Davenport feeling themselves right now. You can see moving from fight to fight, kill to kill. Picking up what they can. Looks like they've already started trading shots with the next group here, and it's going to be right over the top. Escape gets knocked very low here, because that's NRT. Going to have to pull off, but NRT, as you said, definitely still interested in getting involved in these fights. Calphon going to pay the price on that one. Escape will stay alive for the time being and make his way to circle. It looks like he's just going to try to get to the late game at this point.
Yeah, that's really all he can do now. Even with a ton of mechanical skills, 1v3s are just not something you want to take. So we'll see what Escape does. I'm still pretty confident he can put himself in a good position for that final ring and see how they come out on top as this ring closes in.
Meanwhile, on board with Penn State Blue, in the very southern part of the circles, Zuifra, all alone.
Haven't seen much of them.
Yeah, Penn State Blue kind of been
on the run.
Haven't really talked about them a whole lot, but we haven't just really seen them in the late game too much. So we'll check in with Spartan, Kerrigan on the hunt, see what they can see from the southern side. Not too much going on around them for the time being. You can see plenty of action going off to the north. But our 2 teams on the south are going to have to start wrapping in here eventually. We'll see which way they decide to go. Back in with Davenport. They're hunting, looking around, seeing what they can find. Hear the gunshots. Haven't found the lines of sight just yet.
Yeah, Penn State just kind of in a bad position with just one person, running around in the middle of Davenport, NRT, and a couple others. Just really got to find yourself a position to hunker down because this is going to get messy real quick.
Definitely not where they want to be, but see if they can stay alive for the time being. Seen some pretty impressive solo plays come out of these guys in the past, so
absolutely correct on that one.
Not be surprised to see ZUFR be able to pull something out. Well, Spartan doing a little gatekeeping here. Right on the edge of ring. Looks like they've got him pinned down.
Ooh, good nade.
Good nade. Well, it looks like escape is going down as well, so I think that's it for NRT.
Yeah, I think Davenport actually was able to finish him off. Good for them.
Yeah, we take those. We always take those. Kerrigan not giving up just yet. We'd love to finally get this last kill here. You want to get the easy points if you can. And oh, that's not going to be as easy as he thought it was. Scotty going to take him down. Wiki going to hold down, and Grizz Silver, Unfound Soldier, trying to keep things alive as Unknown Legend here. The ult's going to come through, give him time to get the heals off, get the shields off.
Slick play.
Not too shabby. And boop, there you go.
Kerrigan goes down to the ring. Top 3.
Meanwhile, ZUFR does get spotted out as well, so that's Penn State Blue out. We are down to our top 3 squads. Grizz Silver looking nice with the high ground, and you know at least where one squad is here.
Good break.
But they are absolutely kitted with this high ground.
Oh, Gibby pushing up. Oh, no, that was an Unknown Soldier. He was already down there. All right. Oh, he threw his shield down maybe to provide some cover for them to do a push. Interesting.
I'm trying to get something done right now, but right now I don't know what you do about Grizz Silver. I mean, you can try to hold out hope that you can survive long enough for them to have to push to get into the next circle, but I mean, you can see what the kind of cover they're working with here. It's right on the edge.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the smallest of rings here. See what they can manage to do. Grizz Silver, meanwhile, it's just
good shots.
Fish in a barrel right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this high ground is looking like it might work out for them. Yeah, I was wondering when the crypto drone would come out. I know that they have a bad angle and not a lot of time, but he's going to go in here and try and pop his ultimate and break their shields while pushing in.
There you go. The ult's going to come out. The push is going to follow. Gibby ult dropped as well. And here's the push. Mastiff on deck. Shots coming through. Shots are landing. Unknown Legend will find Bolino. And that's going to be it for that squad. And that's going to be it for everybody. Davenport Esports, actually.
Wow.
Coming in with the third party on the push. And it is perfectly timed.
Absolutely, yeah. Davenport, good job. They played that really well, hunted down NRT and held perfect ground and was patient throughout the whole time, was able to get the win. That was hard-earned win.
That I'm not going to lie, I lost track of that one. I thought off the push they were looking fantastic, but I guess Davenport just kind of picking the exact right time to come up over the top of the third party. Unfortunately for our high ground squad, weren't able to take them out quickly enough, or I guess just weren't expecting to get pushed from both sides. So maybe a little bit ambitious on the push there.
Yeah, that Gibby ult from the other team that was down on the ground, I think that kind of slowed things down for them to get off of that high ground. So they were stunned, hitting the zip, and just a lot of chaos going on in a small area, and Davenport wasn't a part of it. So, they just waited till the team up top cleaned up and just came in with a quick win.
Well, I mean, we saw Davenport getting work done throughout that game. So 13 kills collected for them. It's going to be good for 25 points on the leaderboard. Grizz Silver with 19, and Spartan from SJSU also with 15 as well. And wouldn't you know it, look at this. For the once, we get top 3 there that doesn't have Scarlet Hawk, Scion, and the NRT in there. But never fear, they're not too far behind. Scarlet Hawks 10 points, NRT with 6, and Scion with 4. But a nice day put together here for a couple of these squads. Obviously, NRT is going to be the story with how many big games they were able to put together. But there's other teams in this lobby that found just as much success.
Yeah, one that I'm particularly looking at is Grizz Silver. Grizz Silver came in with a win in their first match. I know that we weren't casting that, but they did get a win, and then kind of held into the middle, and then got a second place at the end of the day. And look, it shot them up to third place. With 42 points. That was a big surprise for me, for sure.
Very solid day coming out from Grizz Silver. NRT not going to be able to replicate the success that they saw in week 1 with the 115 points in one day. So they'll just have to settle, I guess, for 92 points in one day. I'm sure that they're just absolutely unconsolable right now. But 56 kills picked up. Scarlet Hawks, man. Great day for them as well. 64 points. Just remarkable consistency coming out from them.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, Grizz Silver, Davenport, Scion, SJSU all having decent days as well. And then you see just a little bit of a drop off there after 6th place. But, respectable nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely. And just seeing some of these numbers, it's really just due to the vacuums that exist in this lobby with the amount of kills that NRT and Scarlet Hawks were able to get every single match, negated what other teams were able to, kind of get. One kill a match really isn't going to get you much points when NRT's got 25, and those kills are not going to your total. They're going straight to NRT. So playing in these lobbies with NRT and Scarlet Hawks and Scion, you're gonna lose a few points playing up against them just due to the sheer amount of points that they put up themselves.
Well, NRT put together one heck of a day here, and I think we are looking forward to an interview here, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, there we go.
Hello.
It's that man Escape after having a nice 96-point day. How you guys feeling? Pretty good?
Pretty good, yeah, definitely. It's getting toasty in this room, but
yeah, well, it's getting toasty in that room. It's getting toasty in these lobbies as well. You guys now 2 separate lobbies, both. You're finding points all over the place. Is it what is it about these lobbies that you think is it your play style? Is it just the fact that you're just kind of running out there and doing kind of whatever you want? Have you run into any hiccups so far at all, or is everything just kind of smooth sailing?
I think it's a combination of our play style and individual skill. We work really well together as a team. We've been playing together for a couple months, every day. Otherwise, I think the hiccups we're running into is just figuring out exactly how we want to be playing end zones and where we need to be positioning ourselves. But otherwise, we can kind of run around the lobby and frag out.
Pretty nice feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So I noticed that you guys, towards the end of, I guess, of the 2 matches that we casted, you guys are picking and choosing your fights. Now, these lobbies know who you guys are. They've seen you 2 weeks of play and in our community tournaments as well. Do you feel like people are coming after you guys? Do you feel like you got a target on your back? Or do you feel like right now you guys are just kind of having your way?
I think towards the end of the last game, definitely people were trying to push us and get us out of the game. But if we are able to be recognized, then people can also realize that they probably need to run. So that's nice.
Well, I mean that's the other thing, right? Is these lobbies right now? Obviously, we're switching up a lot, and different teams are playing. But when you get to that grand finals lobby where everything's kind of set, are you at all concerned about maybe teams kind of figuring out where you might be and kind of keying in on you and stuff like that, or do you think you're comfortable enough with switching up drop spots, locations, playing from anywhere on the map?
I think we do need to work a little bit on being a little bit more adaptive, for sure. I'm not sure if we will be focused pretty hard in the finals. I guess it's possible, but we just need to clean up our play, make sure that we are playing correctly, smart, and we should be okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Love to hear it. You guys definitely know what you're doing, and it's definitely showing. I want to see some more, and I'm looking forward to the grand finals because that's when the top 20 teams, the best teams, are going to come out and compete against you guys, and you against them, and we're going to see who really is the Spark Series champion here.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
I've got two more questions for you before I let you go.
You got it.
All right. So you've played two different lobbies right now. Are there any other teams that really have kind of stuck out to you as teams that you kind of have your eye on, that you're maybe
sure.
a little bit not maybe worried about, but you're kind of keeping an eye, making sure that see where they are on the leaderboard?
Yeah, I know that in Lobby E, we got RIT Orange. They've been popping off pretty hard. I'm friends with all of them. I know them, so I'm excited to face them, and hopefully it'll be a good game once we do.
I guess that leads me to a third follow-up question to that. Did you know that in game one that they got the 25 kill win? And did that influence you trying to get the 25 kill?
Well, it wasn't until after our 25 kill win that we realized that they also got one.
Nice.
After that game, we looked at the stats and we saw it.
Like, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so my final question, I'm just going to leave it kind of open to you. So Horizon, do you think that Horizon might have a place in your guys' comps going forward?
Probably not. I think she offers some interesting abilities. Mostly the repositioning with her tactical ability is the thing that makes her the most interesting to me. But we also play Pathfinder. Calphon plays Pathfinder, and the repositioning from Pathfinder is just better in pretty much every way. Her black hole is also interesting to pull teams out of positioning, but I can't imagine it's going to work nearly as effectively as people want it to. I think it's probably a little bit too niche. We played against a couple Horizons today, and I wasn't worried about them.
It seems like people are interested in trying things out. Well, who knows? Maybe you guys can play it a little bit more and find some way that it might be.
Yeah, it could be interesting.
We'll see. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this interview, and congratulations on having one heck of a day. Luke, see you next time. I guess we got overall leaderboards that we're going to take a look at. We'll see where NRT is sitting in those. I've got a pretty good idea of where they might be. I'm just curious to see how far ahead they're going to be after this one. But I guess while we're waiting for that, I guess screw us, right? And I mean, we thought Horizon was going to be awesome, and then here he is telling us, Pathfinder better in every way.
Yeah, in those first two lobbies, we did see Horizon, but in the second two lobbies, I didn't see very much Horizon at all. So some lobbies were feeling it, other lobbies were pretty confident in where they are.
You probably I feel like there's always that one guy on the team that's like no man, no, I picked it up and I was just destroying everything in pubs and please let me play it, and then they're like, oh my god, fine, shut up, just play it. And they get
2 games later.
2 games later they're like, okay, this gives me absolutely nothing. We're not playing that anymore. But here we go. This is the bottom half of the leaderboard right now. You can see that cut line, which is going to start becoming more and more important as we move forward here. Right there at 21st, you see CU Black with 43 points. So the top 20 cut line is going to be right around that area. Let's take a look at the top half of the leaderboard, see where we're sitting. NRT obviously in first place, 207 total points, 128 kill points, Loopy. 128.
Wow. That's a number.
They're fragging.
That's a number.
That is a
They're
number.
fragging. You are right. They are fragging.
That is an incredibly high number. Incredibly high number. Well, you got Bruins A still holding strong in second there with 170. Scarlet Hawks, RIT Orange, and Scion all right behind it. Worth mentioning that NRT, RIT Orange, and who else right here? Esoteric, who's now in 7th place. They've only played 2 days out of the 3.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's the fact that NRT is that far in first place and they've only played 2 days.
Yeah.
It was a little disconcerting.
Yeah, definitely, know who is going to be sitting at the top, at least for a little bit. But, that gap, from day one, I guess when they played, obviously is not a 60-point gap like it was before, and now we're looking at a 37-point gap between Bruins A. And then, second place through 5th place is really, really close, a bad day for NRT equals a good day for any of those teams.
Absolutely. Well, one thing we know is that at least at the top, these guys are definitely fragging out for pride. They want to see how high up they can get. But but you want to see, I mean, obviously the most important thing that we got to keep an eye on and is that cut line down there at 20. So PS Blue holding on barely.
Barely. You are correct.
With 45 total points. We'll see. I think CU Black is right behind him. And, we talked about this in the last break, right? With this many teams up at the top that are just kind of gobbling points and feeding on everything, that makes that cut line, it's going to be so close.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be so close going up. You got to imagine all the way up until the final game.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. And we probably won't know who's going to be, top 20, from 10 to 20. It's going to be a close contest. You're right, up until the last game, because next week, or final week before we go into the finals week, is going to be these teams really hurting for points, and going up against an NRT or a Scarlet Hawk in your lobby, you might just send it to try and get some free KP, or just try and do anything for your team to get into the top 4.
It's definitely going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be something that we want to keep an eye on. But for now, that is going to do it for us today. Once again, thank you to our observers. Thank you to our production. And thank you to you, Loopy, for joining me here once again on the cast. And thanks to all the teams for playing. And thanks to you guys for watching. We'll be here next time with, I think we got 2 days left of qualifying. So, next, make sure you keep an eye on that Spark Series Twitter account and Twitch account. Make sure you hit that follow button so you know when we go live next. But for now, that is going to do it for us, guys. Have a good day. We'll see you next time.